Welcome back to the second half of Faded World's Girl by Moonlight.
Yay!
Yeah!
It, featuring Mother Russia.
Yes!
Super cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I am jealous of your ability to do accents. I will I will try, but it's not so good.
Oh, we are supposed to talk in accent. Okay, let's try this.
That's where Mark. That was where you were supposed to bust out into your perfect American accent.
Fine. Know what you're talking about, there, sir?
I can't be like an American. Come on, please.
There you go. See?
There you go. So nice. Lovely.
What are you fellas talking about?
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Brilliant. Okay, so we finished making our characters. Now, what do?
Now we play game.
I seem to remember in the playtest document something about there was like an order to it, similar to Blades.
Indeed, there is order to things.
There is order.
First, we must follow obligation to move the country. Then we get downtime. We get to do whatever we want from list of 4 things, such as way. Then we go mission. Then we get fallout.
Sounds good.
Such as way. So first, we got to talk about obligation. To do our thing. This is one of the things I like in particular about this game, because it stresses you out before you go playing. So obligation is... Oh, back in character as myself for a moment. Hard to explain the rules while doing a different voice. So this is where we see the characters like in their normal life first. I think this is like our opening shot as we meet everyone. And what is it about university life that you do? What's like your... This is where we like expand on your detail, like see you in your normal life, and it's also something that stresses you out a bit.
I think this is definitely like I picture Natasha sitting in the cafe where Lilu works, and she's got just like this huge stack of papers that she's grading. Like it's all like yesterday's biology exam, or like a week-long like experimental project that was turned in, and she's like the packets are like this thick for each person, and she has to go through them. And that's like she's, because it's a public setting, there could be other people there as well. But like I think that's what the camera like comes in on is Natasha sitting there. She's wearing like just she's wearing just like a nice kind of sundress, because I'm picturing it's like late spring. You know, we're coming towards the end of the school year, you know, the semester. And so she's wearing a simple sundress, and her long dark almost purple hair is actually pulled back into a tight high bun, so that she looks a little bit more professional, but it's like it's starting to fall out, and it was fairly loose to begin with.
Question: Is the hair dyed, or is it just this color for some reason?
Yes, this is an anime. You never question the color of people's hair. That's just the color their hair is, and if it's dyed, there'll be a plot about it. But otherwise, you just don't question it.
Okay, I was just asking because we are from an alternate reality or something, so everything else might be normal, but we are just like going for the tropes.
I mean, she's from the future, so maybe purple hair is natural in the future.
Yeah, it's all the radiation.
It's anime magic.
Time travel.
Atomic bombs dropped on Japan. Anime art from Japan. We're onto something. It's the radiation.
It's created anime. It was a mistake. Okay, so we see you grading papers. You need to see how much of the stress you had.
Okay, how do I find that out?
So when you roll your obligation, let's see. I want to say it's your lowest defense, like your
Mine
lowest
are all the
attribute.
same.
Let's see. Yes, let's see. Yeah, make a resistance roll with your lowest attribute.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just make one of your choice, and I think maybe this is like feel free to pick whichever one fits.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the one that fits the particular stress of grading papers in a public coffee shop where your students could possibly approach you is kudere. How do you say?
Kudere.
Kudere. Yeah. So resisting panic and social pressure. I got a 6.
Okay, 6. So you take no stress.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is just like another day at the job for Natasha. Cool. Okay, so then I think we pan over to someone else. Like, where do we see Evgeny at your obligation?
He's probably done with like his normal course at the university by now, and just heading to the bar, getting a few beers with Vladimir.
Okay, so this is we see you after like a long day. You probably just handed in that project that Natasha is like correcting.
Yeah, but I kind of might be stressed about it because I could have done a good job on it, but I didn't because drinking beer sounded more fun than this. And get basically anything sounds more fun than studying, putting effort into something. I guess that's like what is nagging about him a little bit, because he could have done way better but didn't.
Yeah. So roll your lowest attribute, and we'll see how much this stresses you had.
Okay.
So let's see. Do you also have like one in each?
No.
Okay, so you take 3 stress, and this is the Moe defense that resists despair and heartbreak. So you probably feel like a bit down about it. Like you probably know that you should have been studying, but like this is more fun.
Yeah,
more fun.
Or it would be if you didn't feel so down about it.
Yeah,
damn it.
That's like a nagging feeling in the back of your head. That's like I could have done so much better than this.
Yeah, like everything. I'm screwing up, like always.
Okay, yeah, and last but not least, Natasha. No, not Natasha. The other one, Valeria. Valeria.
Yes. So
Russian and my Japanese pronunciations in order.
So I think that she has just like piled on too many credits. So rather than it being a decision as to whether to go drink beer and take off or study, it's clearly she has to study. But there's one more class, and it's been such a long day. She's like took a few minutes to eat really quickly, but now she's late for her last class, and Doom.
Cool.
So I will roll to resist panic with no extra.
Yeah, let's see how this is. Oh,
Not
actually, very good roll.
Yeah, considering it's the worst of two dice.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, rolled a 4 and a 6. Yeah, this is already starting out much better than last time. They all ended up with like max stress from this.
Wow.
Yeah, they all rolled once.
Okay, and there isn't a stress tracker on the sheet yet, correct?
No, this sheet is so you just put it in the notes section.
All right.
I'll make a note to add that to the next version. That's stress and eclipse trackers. Or not stress and eclipse, stress and transcendence. Okay, yeah, I think that it's our obligation done. So next up is downtime, where you can start seeing you interacting with each other or looking into the matter of the darkness and the like. There are 4 downtime actions in Girl by Moonlight at the moment. There's the social link action, which is about you bonding with another person and giving them links to help you. You can help a friend recover, which is not going to happen this time because none of us are hurt. It's about like fighting harm. You can investigate the darkness. Let's advance the darkness track. The investigation track. We'll learn more about the darkness. But this is going to affect what sort of missions we can go on, like as a crew. And the 4th action is to work on a long-term project, which is very much like Blades. This is like something that you want to accomplish. It's going to take a bit of time. So, what do we want to do?
I definitely want a social link action, but I'm not sure with whom. I kind of want. I'm feeling very Firebrands about this, in that I have an idea for a scene in mind, but my character would not be the one to initiate the social link. Basically, one of you coming to me while I'm grading the papers in order to ask about school or try to ingratiate yourself to me. That kind of thing.
Does that sound interesting to the rest of you?
Yeah, I could totally see doing that.
Yeah. So is it Valeria that approaches?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, then like I kind of like the idea of like cutting back to that same scene that we saw at the beginning, and now like she's on like the last paper. Like there was this to-do stack and the one she's working on, and then like the finished stack, and originally there was nothing in the, like there was 1 or 2 in the finished stack and this huge pile, and now there's like 1 in the to-do stack and then this huge pile. So like time has passed.
Yeah. And does it happen to be Valeria's that's left?
Yeah, I think so, probably. Of course.
So we get the shot of you looking down and then looking up, and there she is.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to leave this to you. Do you want me to have just started to grade it or just finished when you walk up?
I think closer to just started. Like if you like found the first error as I walk up, that might be.
Yeah, like I'm like circling with a red pen something, and then we look up and we see that it's your paper and you just came up. Oh, Valeria,
Hey, Natasha, I'm glad I caught you. And I look around to see if Anton's there, because usually whenever I do this, there he is in the way. So I'm almost surprised that he isn't. I wanted to talk a little bit about bioluminescence. That's going to be on the next test, right? And I'm sorry that I'm not going to try and do Russian
both
accent while softening my voice. I think
you,
I don't
yeah,
think I can
no,
really
you
do
got to
that.
do cutesy little girl Russian at this all at the same time.
Okay.
That sounds so wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be correct about this one. I can't do it. No, it doesn't work.
It's hard. No, it's hard.
Two
When
very
you-
different directions.
layering different accents into each other is really hard. I will not. I'm not gonna say that is something easy because I've tried. It's hard.
Oh, and just a note on what Valeria looks like. She's got the purple hair from that picture, but she's wearing even though it's university and Russia, it's very close to a Japanese schoolgirl uniform.
Of course it is.
She has a massive weeb.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
A massive what?
A massive weeb.
Weep.
You don't know that?
Oh god.
No. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
She's into anime and is like following the whole
a fan
Japanese
of all
culture
things.
scene.
A fan of all things Japan.
Yeah. Overlarge bow.
Whole thing.
The whole package.
So wait, your question was about, but back to the scene.
Yes.
Yeah, back to the game.
This game, this is the thing going on. Your question was about bioluminescence, just because I.
Yes. Now I know that it that there's what is it four things that you need. One was oxygen and ATP, and then the other two were Lucifer's something.
You're on the right track. You don't need more. The whole list is in the back of the book. Did you maybe flashcards?
Of course, yes. I will prepare some. But that will be on the test.
I believe so. It's a while from now. You want me to finish grading this one first?
Oh, okay.
Stick around. I'll tell you how you did. And I feel like that's a good time to roll links, and the different results of the links will determine how well you did on this test.
Okay.
It'll determine like how well connected the two of you are.
Right, but it's a joke about.
It's probably both.
It's probably both.
Yeah. Okay. So which action do you think this is? Of the 9.
Let me see. I
To me, it kind of sounds like either express or empathize.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, is it more about like trying to get Valeria to do something, or like pass some sort of knowledge to them, or is it more about like understanding what her problems are about?
I think it's more about passing her the knowledge. So I think it is more about about like wanting
more about sort of teaching good study habits.
Yeah.
You can just look this up yourself,
If it will, I think if it was about trying to learn how she better learns, it would be empathize. But I think it's more about teaching good study habits, so it's express.
Yeah.
So let's roll that. I don't have position. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, so you just put risky.
You can always risky.
You can always push yourself if you want.
Do I want to push myself? No, I'm fine with risky standard. Is this something you would enjoy? Do I get an extra die?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
6. Oh, sweet.
Cool.
That is 3 links.
3 links. So just out of curiosity, where do you see the thing about this being something you would enjoy?
It was under social links.
I must have missed that.
Describe what the two of you do together. If it's something the other character would enjoy, they can offer you an extra die.
Okay. Let's see.
So you gain the link with me. I don't gain it.
Oh, okay.
I would only gain something on a crit. So you gain 3 links with me.
Okay.
Yeah, so Valerie had 3 links with Natasha.
She's really happy to actually get to talk to you and is reassured, less nervous about the whole thing, even though the next test isn't for a while.
Yeah. And I think like she turns it around and like points out places on the test where your problem was using the wrong terminology. And that was exactly the question you came to her with. And so she's like, let's try flashcards to help memorization of these terms. And that's kind of how that scene goes.
Yeah, and if you like Valeria, this is something we could treat as you social linking with Natasha. If you're
and then you could roll it back, and the same. We both spend a downtime action on the same scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that something you're interested in?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
I think for me,
I'm almost thinking confess here, depending on how you feel about it. It's like if you're like pushing I'm really worried about how things went. There's like any way you could help me out.
Okay. I was thinking perceive, but let's go with confess.
Perceive could work if you're looking for. If it's more about like finding out what happened than like being concerned about what you did. And it would also be like about perceiving Natasha's situation. Really, it could be about that. Is that like, what do you want to do?
I think it's I think it's more interesting that it's confess. It's like opening this showing this vulnerability and expressing this concern and being open to open to learning and establishing the confess. So is it risky or is it controlled?
I don't think it's anything. in like downtime.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I won't worry about that. I won't worry about the effect. Should I go? Is this something that? Is this a distraction from what you're trying to do, or is it?
No, I think she enjoys. I think she genuinely enjoys helping Valeria, and also she's here from the future for Valeria. So she wants to help, and she enjoys helping because this is a step towards, the bright future.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Is it? Sort of.
4. So Natasha gains 2 links.
Cool.
With Valeria.
Boop boop.
Okay. So I think it's time to pan over to Evgeny.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, this is right after we started being magical girls, or how is this? Or were we always those?
How long has this been going on?
I think it would make sense for not too long, because otherwise my character doesn't really make sense with his struggles.
It's been long enough that we all know each other in or at least as a magical girl team, but short enough that you are still not comfortable transforming between your everyday self and your magical girl self,
or letting us know,
right? Yeah. Or trusting us to let us know exactly. So maybe like 1 or 2 previous events, however timeline wise that would be. So a couple of months.
Yeah, I was thinking because this is late spring, like we said earlier, maybe it started happening on New Year's.
Okay, yeah. So it's been like 3 or 4 months, or I guess like 5 or 6 months. I guess sounds right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I would investigate the darkness and try to find out why is this happening, what is happening, and why me.
Okay. So what you're doing, and is this in? I guess this is in your mundane form, still, transcending.
Yeah. So I mean,
what are you doing to investigate the darkness?
I guess I would try to use the laboratories for my studies to, take a little blood of mine and test it on several things and try to find any anomalies that might be happening to me or influencing my condition.
Cool. I like that. Yeah, so that's definitely investigate. I don't think there's anything else that fits better. This is you performing tests on your own blood in the lab. We get to see this big white and quite old lab coat. I think it's started yellowing, and there's buttons missing. And the lab coat and large protective glasses.
So I can do devil's bargain thingy. It's called different here, right?
Yeah, it's called a dark bargain.
Yeah, a dark bargain. I think I give myself a better chance of finding something useful, but I will find something that I don't like on the way, something that's not in my not benefiting me at all.
Yeah, and there's also the possibility that someone out there is going. I guess that's part of the whole darkness thing. That things will eventually find out, but yeah, I think you'll find out a bit more than you bargained for.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
Yeah, see, with a 5 on investigating the darkness, it's the same thing. So it's 2 steps on the clock, and it's 2 steps on the track rather, which is out of 5. Sorry. Let's see. Investigation. 1. 2 out of 5. Okay, so we see you like in the lab. And I think this is like most of the afternoon. This is probably like before you go out drinking with your mates.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like a bit pale on your way out because this drains you a bit from what you learn, and also from losing a fair bit of blood.
Yeah.
Definitely need to brace her.
Which means the alcohol will be even more effective. So that's a plus.
Yeah, it's certainly something.
So,
yeah, so let's see, what do you learn about this? Let's see, because the agenda of the darkness is to destroy the protagonist, and like destroy them morally.
Wait, how do I? I just know from.
No,
is it like?
Not. I think you're getting the sense like that there's. You're comparing this to like blood samples taken like back in the Soviet era from like people who had depression, and there's like some strange anomalies there that like make them line up.
Really, I see.
It's like there's this. It probably wasn't something that it was like acknowledged at the time as like a legit thing, but like when you compare the tables and whatnot, like, oh, this is strangely similar.
So the one thing for my devil's bargain, something that I don't like to find out. Can I propose something?
Sure.
That after I transform, I back to male. Everything is male again, except that the hormones don't go back immediately, and that hormones stay female for a few hours or even a day or something. That makes.
Yeah. Maybe see that feels like almost a bit on the nose, but maybe it's that. I mean, there's some aspect of your transcendence that doesn't quite go, that never quite goes away.
Yeah.
Every time you transform back, your hair is a little bit longer than it was before you transferred. Like a week's worth of growth in an hour or something.
Yeah, and then maybe a bit more shiny than it used to be, like, or.
Yeah, it comes out like super like, ordered and nice. It's like combed like it would be. Like always have to like mess it up again.
How long do you take to get your hair that so it looks like up you're just getting up? Well,
takes hours, and so much product.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that's a good first round. Now we're back around because everyone gets 2 of these. So, Natasha, do you have anything else that you'd like to do?
Yeah, actually, let's get some social link action going on with Vinji.
Who?
How do you say your name?
Evgeny.
Evgeny?
Evgeny.
Okay.
I think probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
You have a better idea than I do. That is how you pronounce this name. This character's name.
Yeah.
Other people with this name may pronounce it differently, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Evgeny. So I think I think you get a text message that says there's a fundraiser at the aquarium, free admission. Meet me there at 6:00 from Natasha.
Okay. I like, sure, why not? Might be fun. I'm gonna have to tell Valeria because, if she just sees us there without her telling, she might have the wrong idea and might not be.
Yeah, and like, I think, oh man, I should have fixed that. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so like when you get there, like Natasha is very excited, and she like grabs your shoulders and like kind of takes you inside a little bit. It's like, I'm very glad that you came. It's important. I need your help.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Part of fundraiser is a auction, and there's something I want, but I'm not allowed to bid on it because I'm a TA for the school.
I see. Okay. What should tell me what to do?
Okay.
It's fine.
And like so then most of the night is like a party throughout the museum. There's like waiters with like trays of champagne and stuff going around.
It would be vodka for sure.
Oh yeah, of course. But in champagne flutes. It's vodka and champagne flutes. So champagne flutes aesthetic is very important to me, okay? And so I'm giving Evgeny a chance to drink if you want to.
Yeah, sure. It's free, right?
Yeah. Because most of the people here are to make donations to the museum, or
get wasted.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. You're here to get wasted, but because like it's complicated. Basically, she's invited because she's like faculty at the university, and you are here as her guest, so you're invited. But because she's faculty of the university and it's like being put on by the university, she's not allowed to participate in the charity auction, and so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, I see.
And so eventually they bring up the auction, and this item, and see, here's where I'm taking a huge amount of artistic license. You can like bat me on the hand if I'm taking too much away here. Sorry, Colin.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a collaborative game.
And so what it is it's a like a piece of art donated by a current member of the staff of the university. It's not going for a whole lot. They're not a very well-known artist. They just are a local artist, and so it was part of it. But secretly, Natasha is from the future, and she knows that this artist is going to make it big. If she can get it at this auction now for like a couple $100, she can sell it like a year later for like a couple thousand.
Yeah, there are no euros in Russia.
I don't know. Whatever. It's not real Russia. They're neo euros.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
they're Asios because Russians in Asia. It's, that was a really bad joke. I'm so sorry.
America, everyone.
I mean, I was going to say dollars.
Rubles, of course.
I was going to say dollars. So, just how bad I am. Oh, it's yen. It's obviously it's just yen. Because we're that anime.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Currency.
She like says she like gives you just a fat amount of money, and she's like, there's 700 here.
Da.
Try to get it for less, but
I see. You really like trust me. I have never ever lost an auction. I have never participated in one, but I've never lost one.
Of course. Lovely.
Yeah, so let me roll
Okay.
links and see how well you help me out here.
Mhm.
Are you having fun at this?
Yeah, as soon as the
I feel
alcohol
like-
came into play, yes.
I feel like this is empathize. I can talk. I swear I can. Where I'm trying to have you have a good time in order for you to help me out on a thing. It's very kind of mutual and feeling of whatever y'all agrees.
Yeah, I could also see it being confess, depending on like how much of yourself you're letting out.
I am better at confess.
Empathize is, I'm seeing it's more like this, like me trying to like understand you more. So
Yeah,
than,
and
like,
this
the
is
other way
me more. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is actually more confess. The more I think about it, where I'm exposing my feelings out, I'm putting myself out there instead of trying to draw you in. So, are you? So you're having fun, which means I get my die.
He's gonna eat what to go.
5. So you get 2.
Okay.
2 links.
Where do I put that though?
There's
Okay.
a section for social links.
Okay.
It says you have to add.
Okay. I have it. Good.
Lovely. And do you want to do the same thing we did last round and have that be if you want to spend your last action social linking with Natasha, Evinia? Or do you want to do something else?
No, sure. Let's keep at it because you know, I might be already extremely drunk when it comes to the auction, and like I'm making a big fuss out of this, and you know, I kind of get below the 700, but not too much because I was way too dramatic and hooked some people into
You're just too dramatic about it.
Yeah,
You're like,
people were like hooked into the auction just by how enthusiastic that one guy was. So they would have probably ignored this auction, didn't even think about it, but then they, oh look, this guy is really enthusiastic. This must be really important. Big.
Yeah, I could also see it being like some people bidding for like 200, 250, and then everyone steps in like 699.
I feel like that is express. Am I feeling this correctly?
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, it depends on like what you're trying to do.
I guess it depends on what the agenda would be.
Yeah, like what are you trying to do here? Is this more about like trying to like understand how Natasha works, or is this more about like trying to teach Natasha something?
I'm trying to help her out by getting this piece. The problem is, I've never been to an auction, but I have seen them on TV, and I'm too drunk to think about, hey, it might not be like on TV, like that you have to stand up and like shout out, like.
Yeah, you've seen an anime about this.
Maybe even embody in that you're, remaining graceful while drunk.
I mean, maybe. It's more about like the physical posture. Yeah,
sure, why not?
I could see that.
Would you enjoy that, or would you think, "God, that idiot"?
Like this is you trying to like be to look as sober as possible.
I think I kind of enjoy it. Like there's a little bit of like kind of mutual, like the joke is that you're drunk, but you're trying so hard to not be, So it's like I'm in on a secret. So yeah, I think it's fun.
Okay, let's go. Ooh.
6. Nice. Yeah.
Sweet. I'll take my 3 links.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I think you remember, Natasha, from the future is like seeing like the first time this artist appeared. There was one really like eccentric bidder that like wanted this guy's first piece, and that's what like, got people talking.
I see. Of course I do. That is actually how he became famous.
Yeah.
Welp.
Vodka makes everything better.
It was always going to happen that way. It was destiny.
Oh. No.
Can't fight fate.
So I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yet another social links. I think when Evgeny calls me to say that he's going to a fundraiser with Natasha, I just hear party and maybe hear the slight tipsiness from like drinking with his friends earlier. So I'm gonna maybe this isn't social links. Maybe this is investigate. But I'm totally going to go to the fundraiser. I know I'm not invited, so I'm going to be like peering in through the windows, like trying to make sure that there's nothing untoward going on, while still being while still trying to be cool about the whole thing. Like when he tells me about it, I'm like, okay, I trust you, and then
yeah, then proceeding to not trust him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
trust but verify.
Yeah, but maybe this is like social linking with Evgeny.
Okay.
But like you is not like with him, is like watching this whole mess of a thing happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
I'm thinking the action here
it might even be perceived.
Yeah.
Like you're just looking at things and seeing them for what they are.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking either that or is actually or conceal, because I'm trying not to get caught checking it out, and but
I mean, conceal is more about like hiding your feelings more so than like hiding yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm doing that too.
But I would say if it's more about like not being seen, like physically hiding somewhere, that would probably be embodied.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Let's just go with perceive. It's
yeah. You just decide which one is more important to you.
Yeah. Let's go with perceive. Let's see if I correctly interpret that it's all all above board, or do I just see him getting very drunk and?
Yeah, and like I think this ties back into your consequence, and I think you finally figured out what it is, like fully. I think like when you get drunk, I think your girlishness comes out like more. Like you're like you I don't want to like put this like I don't want to like gender stereotype this whole thing, but like I think there's like something about like your transcendent persona that comes out more like when you're drunk. Like
I guess I would thought that he's more like his old self when he's drunk, that he forgets about all this and until the moment that he realizes it's back there, and then he feels completely like paranoid about it. I thought more like that, but I mean that could work as well.
Yeah, I think that's the like maybe like a more defined thing, but your consequence from earlier, that like it's starting to be a bit more at the forefront.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, I can see that.
Okay, yeah. So make your perceive.
Okay, and I'm not going to take the die for having fun, because while Evgeny may be having fun at the moment, it's not because of anything that we're doing together. It's because he's at this
probably doesn't like that you're like spying on him.
Well, hopefully he doesn't know. But it's a partial success.
Okay. Yeah. So, Evgeny, you gain 2 links with Valeria.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, I think that's downtime done. Because no one has any extra actions.
Yep, that is downtime completamundo.
Lovely. Then it's onto the mission.
Yes,
let's
go.
Get into the action. So let's see. As Starlit Kingdom, you have a bunch of missions available to you. So I think that's series-based, at least. It's probably not in the ordinance. Probably is. Yeah, missions. So scroll all the way to the bottom of the playbook PDF.
And we choose the mission, right? Because it's a Blades hat.
Yeah. This is your mission. The missions available to you as a Starlit Kingdom are cleansing a person or location, to face a creature of darkness, to seek answers in a strange place, to reclaim an object of power, or to strike at the heart of the darkness. And now, hypothetically, you could do something else, but these are the missions that you'll gain XP for as the Starlit Kingdom.
Face a creature of darkness?
I like that, because I like it. Yeah, let's face a creature of darkness.
Okay,
that's fun.
So, who is this, or what is this creature of darkness that you're facing? Who is? What do you think is happening that's bringing this creature forward?
So my mind immediately goes to Sailor Moon Monster of the Week, where you cut over to the bad guys in their secret shadow realm as they conjure up some ridiculous scheme and then send forth a monster into the world.
Yeah. I know I think I know what this is. Yeah, because we're all at the aquarium. We all happen to be here.
Oh God, my first mission and I'm drunk. Help.
You're all the 6 in that body. You're practically sober, right?
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
You only had 4 shots of champagne vodka.
I think it's more. I think it's more. It was free. Hello.
Yeah. You only had 4 shots on screen.
Okay.
You remember the first 4, and there may have been some after that.
There's been at least 4.
They are champagne glasses
full of vodka.
nearly full of vodka. So
yeah, but there's Russian blood.
Go a long way.
Hello.
Yeah. You also lost some blood. So there's that. It's been a very hectic day for Evgeny. So yeah, we get this shot of the baguette, which are like dark future people. The intertwining timeline, like these. Is it just like your future selves, or is it like someone else that we see in the realm of shadows, trying to interfere with your past?
It's definitely not future Natasha, but maybe it is future Valeria.
I like
and future I'm gonna say your name wrong again. Evgeny. What if in the place of where you would expect the third person to be Natasha, what if it's Afton?
Anton,
yes. Yeah, Anton. That's the guy. Not Vlad, he's a loser.
Yeah. He's just an ass.
Actually, could it be maybe it's like sort of shadow future versions of Evgeny and Valeria, and sort of unwittingly being helped by actual Anton.
Yes. Ooh.
Yes. So he's at the aquarium, but he's also like there as an old man in the future. Like, I think what he's doing is like he's communicating with himself.
Very Back to the Future.
Yeah, he's the conduit of their energy, with a bond with himself, for them to like flow their dark magic through. So I think what happens is that we're at this fundraiser, and Valeria, are you inside like the aquarium or like peeking through a window?
I think I'm peeking through a window.
Okay. Yeah, so like this laughing and everyone else having a good time. We see Evgeny with this like a huge painting in both hands, like carrying it over to Natasha, and he's like, "Hey, I did it. And here's one money back." And then we just hear this like loud crashing of glass and the rushing of water and people screaming from the main room.
Could one of the aspects of that monster maybe that the water actually turned into vodka? No.
Maybe not.
I mean,
Because I think what happens is that we get this shot of the like interior of the aquarium, and there's this massive display of like I think it would be like a large marine animal. I mean, it might just be sharks. I kind of like being sharks. They have crashed through the glass, and I think everyone the glass is broken, and for a moment it just looks like this. It's just like a disaster. Like there's just sharks flopping on the ground. But then I think like whoever of you would like first on the scene or like have eyes on this first sees that there's like something else at work.
If there's ever a question of who asks first, it's me.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's only if I'm transcended. But I do think that I remember this incident from the future.
Yeah.
And
mysterious shark attack at the aquarium.
Mm-hmm. So like I'm already there as the glass breaks. I'm like the first one on the scene. What do I notice?
I think what you notice is that you see the signs of the darkness on these creatures. That these are predators, not just in the natural sense, but also in the these are here to hunt you, to hunt the heroes and kill them before it's all too late.
Cool. So I think I send a text message to the other two. I didn't come up with a name for my other self. I should do that. Anyway, so I shoot off a text message that is like something's going on in the shark room. I feel like this is a part of the aquarium that was not really open during the fundraiser.
Yeah.
And so there's not just random passerbyers that are here.
Yeah.
So
there might be some staff members, but mostly it's empty.
Yeah. So I think Natasha is going to send a text message to Valeria and be like, there's something over here with the name of the area. And is going to just start keeping people out from crossing these creatures. If there are staff members, just being making sure to get them away.
Yeah. And I think that they do get away if you tell them to run off. Okay, we have a job to do over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I think that's what's occupying my time while they come up. But do we have a cell phone that we can message mysterious Christina, who's part of our super team that we don't know that Evgeny has?
I mean, I don't know. I might already before you send out a message that I might already appear, because I see the situation as well. Try to just get out into a space where nobody sees me and that transform, but not before just shouting out, Suka, I just wanted to have a bit fun.
Yeah, possibly even as you see Natasha typing the message, you quickly shut off your ringer so that it doesn't give you away.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll I send out that text message, and then we have that. So then the rest of you can meet up as these bad sharks start bad sharkening.
Yeah. So I think what you see as we're waiting for them to see, because I think in the news afterwards, this was just described as a shark incident, the shark tank burst open and they closed the aquarium for a while. But what really happens is
normal aquarium incident.
Yeah. What
is
really
this where
happens
we need to roll our engagement roll now?
That's the thing. I don't think engagement rolls are a thing in By Moonlight just yet.
Yeah.
I didn't see them in that case.
I'm seeing it right here.
Where is that?
Engagement procedure. An engagement roll lets you cut straight to the action, the heart of whatever interesting is given a mission. This one roll lets us know how things are going. It elides the tedious setup, planning, lead-in. Crew gets 1 die for hope and modifies that starting pool based on the following factors. Is the mission particularly heroic or noble? Take 1 die. Does the mission's goal or method reflect the darkness inside of our characters? Take -1 die.
Okay.
Is the mission following through in a detail from the crew's investigation? +1. Is the darkness well defended here, particularly strong against this? Take -1. Does the mission center around one of your friends? +1. Are your enemies or rivals working against you? -1. Are there any other elements you want to consider due to the circumstances of your world? At the MC's discretion, these factors might improve or impede your engagement.
Okay, okay. I think I realized what happened. I had the version that I had downloaded isn't the most current one.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that'll do it every time.
Yeah. I realized that things must have been added since yesterday.
That's not surprising.
No. Okay, so you start with 1 die. And is the mission particularly heroic or noble? I think it's going to be based on the thing that I'm about to describe. So you can get one die for that. And see the solutions, goal, and methods reflect the darkness inside our characters. I don't think that this isn't about like dominance. It's not about you follow. It doesn't. Like, you're not following the nature of the darkness here. It's not about dominance. It's about like protection.
Mm-hmm.
See, so you're following it through on ideals from the crew's investigation. Not really. Because the only investigation that happened was like about the nature of the darkness itself by Afghani. So let's see. Is the darkness well defended here? Or is it strong against this? Not really. Essentially against one of your friends. Are your rivals or enemies working against you? No and no. So yeah, I think you're at 2 dice for the engagement roll.
Okay.
Because what Natasha sees as like these sharks turn to face her. They all have like black-eyed look at you as they begin to change shape before your eyes.
Oh,
like
no.
They begin to like stand up almost. And first it looks more like they're like dolphins performing a trick or something. But then like their lower half splits up and it's a pair of legs. And their fins turn into arms. And they turn out to be this like shark men hybrids. And I think there's like a pack of 4 of them in front of you at the moment. But your friends are not too far behind. Yeah, so maybe we get a shot of like Valeria. You get the text, and like, as you run inside, have you transcended Afghani at this point? Do you become your other self?
If I can do this without anybody noticing, then sure.
Yeah, actually,
I should do.
If you want to be hidden, maybe that can be in.
That's that's literally the transcendent option you could choose for your playbook is when you transcend, you disappear, no one sees it happen.
Okay. I didn't take this, so.
Well, that's the one you should have taken if that's what you wanted it to be.
I mean, it kind of is not funny if you have it like, if you always succeeded, but it would like trying to be. Nobody to notice it. I think it's a different thing.
So did you pick the other transcendent ability?
Yeah.
Okay. It's also pretty good.
Yeah.
To do monologues without being interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
And superhuman feats of athletics.
The monologues is super important, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta do it. So I think if you want to try and stay hidden, that's probably embody, I would think.
Okay.
Depending on how you do it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So, like, what are you doing to try to stay hidden?
I run to the toilet. and shots from there. I would take a devil's bargain here, making it awkward by coming out of the boys' toilet. So
yeah, like somebody sees that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think risky standard is fair for, or maybe even like controlled standard.
Okay.
Because like you're not in immediate danger from this, but somebody definitely sees. And let's see, because we already know that Anton is here. I'm gonna say that it's him.
But I do have like this one move that that nobody can demask me without me being favored.
Yes, like he doesn't know that it's you. He just sees, like he sees Natasha, he sees Christina coming out of the boys' room.
Yeah.
And like that's odd.
Yeah. I totally know the next devil's bargain I'm going to take. That's going to be awesome.
Okay, so let's see, with a 4, it's a. I think the consequence is going to follow from that. Like he's going to tell someone eventually that he's going to remember this event very clearly. Like this whole like shark attack thing.
Anton will remember that.
Yeah, Anton will remember this. So that's the consequence from your failure. So that's something you can resist if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's resist that.
Okay. And how would you like to avoid this consequence? Is it with? Let's look at your options. Does this fall under despair and heartbreak, violence and fear, or panic and social pressure? That this guy has like seen you.
I don't know. I think.
Does this make you afraid, or does this like stress, or this is like pressuring you, or are you panicking?
Yeah, I guess it would make me afraid in that case that I don't want to be found out, and I guess I just play it off as, come on, I was just drinking. Leave me alone.
Okay, because this is would be your tsundere defense.
Yeah.
And you're quite good at, or like just like running up to him and saying like, "Don't tell a soul about this,"
and be like smelling the vodka from the breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Okay, so make that tsundere defense.
Huh? What? Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, that one takes a little while to roll. Because you rolled a 5, so you only take 1 stress.
Okay.
But then he's not going to tell anyone.
Great.
Okay. So yeah, now we're all on scene, and Christine is like transcended and in full ghetto. So what does that look like?
I think just like a small, cute red-haired girl that. Do we have different clothes, or we don't have that chosen, right? So
yeah,
but it is there's like a transformation scene, so
okay.
I imagine it's different clothes anyway.
I mean,
it's something else.
Maybe like a leather outfit or something, like a dark one, but without a mask.
Maybe we have to like wear our costumes underneath our clothing, like
Oh god, that would not make it awkward or something.
Well, I mean, I think a transformation sequence can include a costume change. Like a costume change would be like Superman ripping off his shirt and having his Superman clothes underneath. But a transformation sequence is like something a little bit more ethereal or magical. And so you wind up being completely different than you were before.
Yeah.
if that makes sense. At least that's how I picture it.
Yeah, you're digivolving.
I guess I'm not.
I think that you physically change into a redheaded woman, and with different things, but like your clothing also changes. Yeah. And then when the two of us change, we also change into a decidedly different woman.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably one that looks more physically similar to Christina's form.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Sure. Then let's probably find something we all want to look like, or something that is similar to each other.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the decision by myself, because that would be not fair.
Well,
what if we break some stereotypes, and it's like, instead of it being like a flouncy dress or something, it's like, more like pants and a jacket, body armor kind of a look, which may or may not actually be armor.
But still cute looking.
Oh yeah, but still cute, of course.
Yeah,
that's important.
Like gold trims and everything.
Yes. Much closer to like a Power Ranger uniform than a Sailor Moon uniform.
But
and like we each have our own color.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think mine definitely keeps that purple theme, but with highlights in silver, and it's while being a suit, it very much has this shimmer of armor to it.
And I think that Natasha's is all the places where yours is purple, hers is black, and instead of a silver highlight, it's a purple highlight.
Cool.
What about Christina's?
I guess it's either blue or red, and at those places. Also, I think she does have a hood also, like that. She might not always wear over her head, but sometimes.
Do all of our costumes have that hood, or just yours?
I mean, you can decide if you want to have one, but I want to have one.
I'm saying, are you okay with us having one, or do you want it to just be a special thing for you?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think that they all have it, but you're the only one that ever actually uses it.
Yeah.
I dig that.
I mean, I always sneak into the situations, right? So somehow I have to do it.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Cool. Like, hi, is Christina here? What's up?
Oh no.
So maybe this is just like Valeria and Christina meeting. Like you run into each other on the way to like going.
You're like in the hall, and like you see Natasha, and she's still like in her normal clothing because she's like ushering the last of the staff out of the way, and she couldn't transform while there were still mundanes around.
Okay. Yeah. If I meet you, what are you doing here?
Hi, Christina. I got a text about sharks.
Yeah, sharks. Sharks. There. you probably already noticed that she's like way more friendly than she usually is, or just not as unfriendly, I guess. And not like her normal ticks are not shielded. She's just like drunk.
Yeah.
Generically.
Are you okay? You seem. Oh.
I was having my fun today. Everything was fine, but then a sucking sharks came on. I didn't want to get wet with water. I just wanted to drink my. I don't know. Never mind. I have a job to do.
Yes, of course. We need to focus on that. Have you seen Evgeny? I hope he hasn't been like bitten or anything.
Who's that guy? And she's just like. You have a boyfriend you didn't tell me before? That's not fair.
I thought I did, but never mind. We need to focus on the task at hand. I'm sure he'll be fine. I hope.
Oh man.
Okay, so yeah, the two of you probably like arrive at the scene as Natasha is ushering up like the last person, and yet it's just a mess of water and broken glass on the floor, and like, these like, shark men who is seemingly appeared in front of you, and I think there's 4 of them in total. And they all seem intent on, destroying you.
Okay.
But let's see. Yeah, I think it's probably time to make that engagement roll we've been holding out for a while.
Who wants to? I think that Brad needs to do it, as he's obviously the leader of this magical girl crew.
I am. Okay.
I
would have assumed
Clearly.
you, but okay. It was 2 die?
Yes, 3d6.
Or okay, and we don't have there isn't a special button for this, right? It's,
no.
okay.
Get a note of that. Engagement roll.
KH1, right?
Yes.
Aha!
6. Nice.
Let's go.
So let's see. 6 is a good result. You're in a control position when the action starts. So I think you probably get there like while they're still like transforming, like they're like in the process of becoming more humanoid. And you have like like a few moments before they're going to strike. So what do you do?
Charge.
Obviously, Natasha is going to spend this moment to transform, and it takes exactly as long to do as whatever the other 2 of you are doing.
Okay. So, Valeria, what are you doing?
And I'm just gonna like guard against counterattack.
Okay, so you're like back with Natasha while Christine is rushing in.
Christina is just going ham. Leroy Jenkins.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that's your sort of fighting is defy, as I understand it.
I see.
Yeah, muster your courage and face the opposition head on.
It's fortunate that I put a plus in there. Also, we got a plus from our crew ability, right?
I thought
You get.
Did you pick
Yes.
that one?
We did not pick for our transcendence.
Right
Yes.
Yeah, for your crew descendants.
Everyone gets +1 to defy, +1 to forgive, and +1 to empathize.
Yeah.
I'm transcended, so.
Indeed.
Risky?
I think this is still controlled because you rolled so well on that engagement die.
Okay. Standard, limited grade?
I'm gonna say standard because you don't have any particular weapons or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna take a devil's bargain here. I'm already drunk, but the real thing, it's still going to hit me way harder in a few moments because my body is smaller and when it's not used to alcohol as much as the other body. So that one's gonna be unfortunate in few.
Okay, so you're going to I think you're gonna end up losing your footing from this attack.
Okay.
You like crash onto the floor. That's like part of this move.
Okay.
So what are you doing to like attack them? Are you just like
what's it called where they breathe through the sharks?
The gills?
Yeah. Like I heard if you hit them really hard there, then they can't breathe anymore and then they die. So probably just doing to kick very hard into the whatever the word was.
Yeah, the gill.
The gill. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh.
A 5. So let's see. Yeah, you do fall on your ass as part of the dark bargain. Like you make the kick, but it's like way too hard. So when you put your foot down wrong, and you just tumble down in front of the shark. But you definitely just make this an 8 clock, I think, for like the sharks. And put this down here.
And this is the sharks doing what?
This is like the sharks like fighting. This is like the obstacle that you're up against.
Oh, okay.
And this is the thing that you'll be affecting for your rolls. And I think 5 is 2 steps normally. It's 1 for a failure, 2 for a partial, and 3 for success, and 5 for a crit. I'm not misremembering things. So that's 2 steps out of 8. That's the sharks. Yeah, I think with that you might even have like neutralized one of them.
Woo!
Like you've taken one out, and it's like writhing on the floor and like very clear massive pain. But now you're on the floor as well.
Okay.
And I think with that, like because the rest of your team is like transcending and standing in defense, this gives them like enough time to get up on their feet. And we're now generally in risky territory.
Okay.
Okay. So, Natasha, now that you're transcended.
Yeah, I'm gonna go beat up some sharks, I think.
Go for it.
Let me think about how I'm gonna beat up sharks. Like, what does that look like for me?
Yeah, so like you don't have magical weapons as part of your transformation, but you might have something. So it's like mundane weapons.
Yeah, I think that it's like
pull out a gun.
I wasn't gonna say a gun. I was gonna say more like a sword, but then I wanted it to be a lightsaber, and then I was like, that's asking too much. And so then I was like, okay, what do I really want? So I guess it's a sword. That was very convoluted. I'm sorry.
No, I need the weapon too. Now that you say it, yeah.
Do we all have the same weapon? Are they matching, or do we each have our own unique weapon?
Yeah, I think unique is better.
Unique.
And everybody can just do what he wants. Or she wants.
Yeah, you draw your sword. I assume there's some pretty epic pose going on here.
Yeah, and I think definitely the sword is like drawn out of hammer space, out of the place between places. And
from the future.
She pulls it out and charges at the closest shark, like dancing around it to draw a line along its side. I'm going for embody here.
Yeah, I can see that. But
because she's very graceful as she does this. It's not brute force.
Yeah.
Are we still controlled?
No, it's risky because it's
risky.
Yeah,
standard.
The sharks are up and about.
I'm gonna push myself for an extra die.
Yeah. Go for it. 6. Nice. It's a crit.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I did the right thing.
Yeah.
Kapam pam pam.
Yeah, so we get this like first we see Christina just rush in and just kick one of them. And then we see this battle dance from Natasha. It's just this elegant, and you're just cutting them like left and right. It's like leaping from one to one, like slashing at their sides. And a crit is another 5 out of 8 steps. So this is like a major step. But now we have like multiple sharks like back on the floor, like writhing. Rather in like, clear pain.
And because I made an action, I have 1 out of 6 from my transcendence clock.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, so Valeria, what are you doing as this is going on?
Okay, so I had been, standing back a little bit, ready to defend, but it seems like there's this general charge going on, and it's going well. So I'll rush forward and make sure that last shark, isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna, and I'll and rather than like a flashy weapon, I have a shield, but I bash people with the shield. So.
Very, very Steven Universe.
Nice. I like it.
So
I do think it sounds more like defy than embody.
Yeah. Okay. And we're risky standard. I don't think there's any extra. I guess I could push.
Yeah, you could push yourself.
Nah, I won't. Take that, shark. Ah.
Nice. That's just the 1/6, but it's definitely more than enough, and no consequence either.
Yeah.
It's already going so much better than yesterday.
Better for us. Perhaps not better for you in terms of wanting things to.
No, I like it. I just put this
in rolling skill
to see how you're doing, and you're doing pretty well. We get this like one shark in the middle. It's just like looking from place, and like, this has just become a predator. So it's like become a predator of you right now, and already like all of its friends have been killed, like neutralized. And then it's just looking at it, and you can tell that like it's like scared for the first time in its life. And then this is like this cute girl up here. He's like hi, and then just with the shield, and he's topples
and
over.
I don't think it's like edge on, like trying to kill it. It's more, a hard
booping
bap in the nose to like just take the fight out of it.
Yeah, and we picturing like very animated confuzzled eyes as it's like toppling over, falls on its back. And I think what happens there, as you found that you neutralized all the sharks, the shark people. We see the parts of them that were added like changed. We see like wisps of like black purplish smoke. It drifts off them. There's a burst of smoke from them. And once the smoke fades, like they're back to what they used to be. They're like just sharks. They're pretty badly like cut up, but they're just animals. They're not these like horrible darkness creatures that you just fought.
I didn't even get to draw my weapon. Then they annoy us. We can't have our fun today. And then they don't even put up a fight. What is this?
If you need to fight someone, you can fight me.
I was like, no, I don't want to hurt you. You are all so pretty. So I can't just do that. By the way, her weapons are actually 2 pistols, like really crimson reddish, and they always, when they shoot something, it just leaves a hole in shape of a heart. It's really annoying Christina every time she sees it. It's like, why do it have to be like that?
It have to be like this.
So when the glass broke on, or plexiglass or whatever it was, broke on the containers, did it do it like all the way down to ground level so that there's no water except for the stuff that's splashing around the floor, or was it like halfway up so there's some water that they could in theory be put back into?
Yeah, I think like most of the water is still there, and there's probably like some. There might be like some other sharks in there, or like some other fish. They're just like looking at like perplexed, like what's going on out there? But yeah, there's still like enough water left so that they could hypothetically like be put back in.
Okay. So I know they're predators, but we can't just let them asphyxiate. How can we get them back in the cage?
I can throw him in if you want me to. But the one who is that is dead can make steaks from.
Do I remember the fate of the sharks? Like, is it possible? Do I think it's possible to save them?
Let's see. I mean, that sounds like an action of some sort. So do you remember the future? Might be perceive.
Sure. That sounds good to me.
Like, trying to make sense of like what the actual truth of this is.
I'm gonna push myself again, just because I haven't been. And pushing yourself is fun. I got a 4.
It's a 4, so let's see. I think. Let's see. I don't think there would have been too much about the fate of the sharks, but I think you remember another story from the as I realized it's called the Moskvarium. Like years later, about like the sharks being important. So you know that they have a role to play still, but it doesn't. You don't remember what happened with them like from this, but you know that they have something to do in the future. So it's imperative that at least some of them live.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna try just struggling to pick them up and put them into put them back in.
Yeah, some of them like are pretty hurt. Like Mark said, I think one of them like just is dead.
But I think we start with the least physically hurt ones.
Yeah, we'll probably be the one that Valeria booped at the very end.
All right. Together we can put them back.
Okay. Be careful of their skin. If you rub it wrong, you can cut yourself. And of course the teeth.
You're so good-hearted.
Okay. See, and
so
with that, I think this is going to be like, because as far as I can tell, group actions haven't made it into Build by Moonlight yet. I think this is just going to be everyone makes a roll, and we'll just interpret that.
Do we roll embody?
Yeah, embody makes sense based on what Valeria just said.
Okay.
Being careful. Yeah, control. I don't think this can be like too bad.
I think I'm actually gonna push myself here because it involves lifting a shark.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's 2 stress?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might push myself too, so that I can do superhuman feat.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. Might be like lifting 2, like 1 shark on each shoulder.
Oh!
Ooh!
Double ones!
Yeah, so
push yourself. Does that actually mean when I have that thing that I can just do it without rolling, or does that mean? What does it mean?
I think it just lets you do it. Like it's still like a roll, but it lets you do more with the roll than like normal people.
Okay.
So I think this is Natasha like lifting 1. This is Christina like lifting 2.
Okay, I see.
It's like tossing them in there, and it's Valeria Valeria's trying to do something, but I think you end up in the like.
Well, okay, so
yeah.
I think that in embarrassing anime fashion, in trying to lift the shark, I slip and my clothes get wet. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, there's also there's lots of water here, and I think so take because this is control. I think it's just a level 1 harm for embarrassed.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, staring occasionally from Christina does not help.
No, might even be making it worse. So yes, you hauled the 3 living sharks back into the aquarium. What do you do with the dead one?
I mean, I think it was a tragedy that it fell out when the water burst. But unfortunately it died as a result. I don't really think there's anything we can do.
I'm looking for some place to make fire with that we can maybe sharks taste good, I heard, so is that not a great? I'm sorry, I was like Casillas looks like that's what would be natural, like to just eat them.
No, we can't just eat them.
I mean, they're dead.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not like ours.
Yeah, right. But my mom always told me if you catch fish, you have to eat them. Otherwise, you're not allowed to catch them.
We didn't catch them though.
I guess.
Well, I suppose we should let the people who run the aquarium know.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, maybe that's our last scene. Like, one of you, I assume, like out of Transcendence, or are you just talking to them in full uniform?
It's probably Natasha, since she'd been the ones like getting people away from the scene when it first happened. She's the one that's like standing there talking to like the owner afterwards, like it was terrible, sudden. The glass cracked, the shark came flying out. It was frightening. Everyone ran. They were afraid everything was going to come out. They would drown. The sharks would attack. Craziness.
Okay.
The shark obviously died when it came through the glass, getting cut along the side like that. Obviously, it's the shark that she almost cut in half. I think it's probably when she had personally killed with her sword, of course. As she's spinning this web of lies, covering up what really happened.
Yeah, I think this sounds like Express to me.
Sure. I lost my character sheet. Here we go. I've got one less.
Like you're trying to get them to believe you. Like,
yes.
Make them believe this version of the story.
Okay. I'm gonna push myself.
The 4.
Well, that's better than nothing. What are my consequences here?
See, I do think this, because it is still like risky because of the whole, because everything going on. I think this is going to be. I think they buy the story. Like they buy that. Like of course the shark was hurt when it fell out. So like cut itself from the glass or something. But I do think they find it a bit suspicious that you were there. And like that you were like okay, get out. Like as the story starts circulating, that the so I think this is mechanically it's level 2 harm suspected.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist that with my Kudere. Resist panic or social pressure. I think.
Hey, this is an opportunity for me to come and back up your story.
Yeah. Are you gonna help me out here?
Yeah.
So, I realized we weren't spending any links throughout this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do those work? Just so we know in the future.
Yes. Let's see. What does the links action look like? Like spending links.
Let's see.
Social link action. Help a friend recover. No, that's downtime.
When spending links for additional effect, players can spend a link with a specific PC, roll dice equal to the remaining links with that PC. Anytime a link is spent, describe how your relationship with that character is giving them strength here in the moment. So I think this is kind of like the setup action from Blades as a
so like setup or like assist.
Yeah.
Rather than spending stress, it's spending links.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. this would be the like helping out.
Okay, so it'd be 2 links to give a +1.
So what you do is you spend how many links do you have with me?
3.
Okay,
no,
so
I
you
spend one of them and give you a +2.
No.
Oh, okay.
You roll 2 dice.
Yeah, and that's your like helping effect. So depending on what you roll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like a setup action because you make a roll, and then I get a bonus based on how well you roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So
a 4. So I think let's see. Yes, you're there to back up the story. And I think that's going to, let's see. Because let's see. So I think it's going to, but it doesn't give you a better die. But it might improve your precision. So rather than it being a risky roll, it's a control roll. So your suspicious is only a level 1 harm.
Okay, I'm gonna resist that.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I guess
I got 6, so I'm just gonna resist it for free. It's fine. MPD.
Yeah. Cool.
Passing suspicion.
Cool. Yeah, I think there is
5 minutes later, I think nothing else.
Thinking, but there's wondering about like why was she there? Never mind. I guess we're good.
Yeah, so why was she there? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. They're more intrigued by the tank breaking open, the sharks getting out. It's like it doesn't really matter why she was there.
Yeah, it's not terribly the why.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the end of the mission. You did a good thing. Well done, everyone.
Very cool.
So see, the very last bit of the episode structure is the fallout. Let's see. Sure, get this right. Yeah, end of mission procedure. Evaluate the darkness that hunts track. So let's see. After every mission, the darkness continues to close in on the crew, regardless of the mission's outcome. The track advances by 1 segment, plus 1 more for each of the following criteria. The darkness agenda moved forward. You managed to keep it from destroying you very efficiently. So that does not advance. Did someone fall to darkness?
Not this time.
Yeah, not this time. I think what we've seen is like the start of Anton's fall. That ironically, it's like his linking up with his future self that causes his fall. We're having like a whole corridor situation going on.
I think that makes sense to me, though.
Yeah. Of course, you're the time traveler. Let's see. And did the crew come closer to its destiny? Like, are you closer to the big fight against the darkness?
I don't think so.
Deciding the good future. I don't think so.
I feel like this was just a
an early skirmish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no traction gained or lost.
Yeah. So it's just the darkness that hunts is 1 out of 5. Let's see. All eligible PCs erase all stress from their sheet and reset their attendance clocks. That's just a thing that happens. Your stress goes down to 0.
Wow. Okay. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, and your transcendence goes down to 0. And then we roll Fallout, which is the entanglements of this game. After narration, the crew rolls for entanglements, roll dice equal to the current investigation tier, which is 1. This is the first phase of investigation. And consult the chart. So on the roll dice equal to the current investigation tier, yeah. So it's just the 1 die, and we'll pick from the first list. 2, so a friend falls victim is the entanglement here. So which ones are our friends?
But
A friend's not frenemy. Yes.
That makes it Vladimir or Lilu. Or
the
professor. Ooh.
I do kind of like it being the professor.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, I think the professor is sort of the one that links all of us together.
Yeah.
Well, sense.
And it could make sense since he's professor of biology. He may have been called in to do the autopsy of the shark.
Oh, and then at the end, you see
lingering
the little crystal of the
yeah.
darkness, and then he touches it,
sure.
and there's like.
I think the last shot we see, unless you have like another idea, Mark.
I mean, it could also have to do something with the blood samples that might still be at the lab, and that he, he combines the wrong things, like the blood samples with this darkness orbs for some reason that just happen to get into the same container to throw it away, and there might be some kind of
yeah. I could see it being both. I could see that like he's found these like someone's left blood samples in here. That's disgusting, and like throwing them out. Like some of it like taints him in a sense, and then like when he like examines this. He does the autopsy for the shark, and I think he finds this like crystal in its body, like there's like something in one of its lungs that he like cuts up and touches, and for a moment he gets those like predatory shark eyes. I think that's where we close. It's like him looking into the camera and his eyes are completely black.
Nice.
Yeah.
With a big grin.
Indeed. Very toothy grin.
All right, awesome.
Cool.
We may actually wrap up on time. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Which is important to me. I forgot to mention I have to leave on time because of the place to be.
Yeah. So if we do have a few minutes, do we want to talk like general feedback?
I took some notes. I'm gonna be honest. While we were playing, I noted that we tried to do a lead a group action, which is a classic Blades maneuver, and there was nothing about it. And how to spend your social links to get bonuses was a little bit muddy, and so we didn't actually engage with it. Partly because we forgot, and I think partly because it was not super clear on how to. There was like sections of how you can spend them to do certain effects, but then there's like the general.
Yeah.
It seems like a very good, interesting, and solid mechanic. I really enjoyed having the social links between the characters. Generating them was my favorite part. I loved generating the links. Spending the links was confusing. So that I had some nitpicks about the Roll20 character sheet, and I know that they spent a lot of time on that, even getting what's there, which is amazing, and I can't even do that, so that's why it's in our nitpicks. And yeah, I'm gonna send them an email with some other thoughts, but those are some of the things that I noticed that were stumbling blocks for this particular session. I also have the highlights stuff, but
Just for full disclosure, I've made some changes to the character sheet, just like with the adding individual die rolls for all the stats and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Most of it is from that.
Well, mostly I'm just like, there's nothing to track any stress, transcendence, XP anywhere that could be helpful.
Yeah, it might be relevant that we gravitated towards a lot of the setup elements that the earlier session, playtest session did. It may be that there's certain ones that are just like inherently more exciting, and the other ones should be beefed up. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a lot of similar trends. Like we also had a Guardian and the Time Traveler, for instance. We had the Unlikely Hero instead of the Enigma. But we did end up picking like a lot of similar things. I can take you over to the other page, because I think all of that is still there. To see what we picked last time.
Our origin from a parallel timeline. The day job is an ice cream parlor. Hideout is long and abandoned.
It ended up in like a similar situation, even if maybe not all the options were the same. But we ended up with like similar. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm the common element. But like if I ended up like twisting things somehow. Like it's definitely a factor, but
I mean, I don't think that it was your fault that we that we leaned towards time travel, alternate dimensions. Like,
no, that's just an awesome concept. So
yeah. So that's
it's
something
interesting
to consider.
Looking through some of the different options. I can really feel some of the inspiration from different magical girl genres. So it's very fun to kind of pick and choose features from various existing works, and then seeing how they develop when you mix and match different things together. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, also say that like I've already seen that some of the things that we pointed out yesterday has already been like addressed in the document. So I'm glad that that's there. Like specific stuff about the like engagement role in particular. That's something that I noticed yesterday wasn't there, and I'm glad that it's been updated to add that. So yeah, I'm glad to see that things are improving. Andrew's listening to feedback.
They are that kind of person that listens to feedback and makes changes accordingly.
So yeah, I think in general, what we want more is like a bit more on the group actions, a bit more on like what to do with social links. Maybe make that clearer, like bring that forward a bit more, and maybe see if there's something about the Starlit Kingdom that makes it trend toward like, weird time travel.
Well, I mean, if you take it, for example, if you take it directly from Sailor Moon, that involved weird time travel and past memories and...
Did it?
Yeah, like majorly.
I've not really seen it, or at least not when I was...
All the Sailor Scouts were all originally part of the Moon Kingdom. Then they got flung forward in time into new bodies reborn, and so they have their memories of their past self all of that. But in later arcs, they gain they call her a bunch of different things with the pink hair. Anyway, who is actually Sailor Moon's daughter from the future, who is sent back to, well, it's confusing.
What? Yeah. Time travel confusing?
And then she gets seduced by the dark side, and then there's so time travel in that case forward and backwards are part of Sailor Moon.
Okay.
So finding a Moon Kingdom, having those themes makes like the Starlight Kingdom playset, which sounds to me like it's based off Sailor Moon, makes sense for it to have those similar themes like be drawn to the surface.
Okay.
So
good. That's a good thing rather than a problem.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a problem, but I think that it's an makes a certain, it's not a mystery. How about that?
Yeah. It makes sense. Okay, cool. Is there anything else we want to point out? Anything else we want to bring forward?
Well, I'm not sure whether I should point it out or not, but maybe. Just that, and it's this is totally irrelevant to what we're talking about, S1T4 finds Mark to be a dreamboat, and I think that's quite understandable. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely have to think over it some more to see if I can come up with some more feedback. But yeah, nothing else comes to mind that would be useful at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sure you can find Andrew on Twitter and DM them some feedback if you come up with something.
Yeah.
Something more specific.
Yeah. So, Umbra, thank you so much for running.
Yeah, thank you all for playing and partaking in this adventure. Seeing this game growing. Excited to see what it's going to become in the future.
Yeah. So, I suspect, Kelsa, that you might like do some stuff on the internet.
Sometimes.
Once in a while.
Every once in a while.
And maybe a little bit more on Saturdays. Maybe, you know.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet, like this one. Usually in this time slot, we are playing Burning Wheel, which is a really great game that I love. Later this afternoon or evening for me at 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be over on Tuxterdomus's channel. We're playing Open Legend. Play to find out Longfall, which is a really cool setting that we created as a group. It is Aetherpunk. We live in a flying city. We cannot go to the ground because it is toxic after some tragedy that happened so long ago that it's not even sad anymore. Where I play an owl cat cop and have adorable adventures in this world. Then on Saturday, as Brad alluded to, I'm actually in 3 games. In the mornings, 10 a.m. Pacific time, is Love and Banterville, which is a Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands ongoing game where it is about loving your enemies, betraying your friends, and having messy relationships in a future world, very anime, with mecha pilots and so forth. That's a lot of fun. Then at 1 p.m., we're playing Blades in the Dark over back. Oh, sorry, I have to plug myself properly. Love and Banter Feels on my channel. It's my own channel. You guys, check me out. You want to follow me? Twitch.tv/KelseyDelphi. All the other shows are on the people's channels. 1 p.m. I'm back over at Textradamus's channel where we play Blades in the Dark. I'm the GM. That is Play to Find Out Smooth Criminals. It's pretty cool. And then at 5 p.m. Pacific time on Saturdays, I'm over on AP Gaming Reel, where we are playing a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game called Winter's Edge Grand Company. That is pretty cool, pretty fun. We're also mixing in some of the Kingdom Builder from Pathfinder elements, which makes a much bigger world. So that's me. That's all my things. It's a lot of things.
Very cool. And Umbra, you were on yesterday. What do you have? You have future streaming plans? What have you been up to?
Well, see, tomorrow I'm going to be at home during my normal streaming hours, and I'm going to try to be there during Love and Metrophil. I'm usually on that show, or was on our one episode so far.
It was a great episode, though.
Yeah, very good talk about frying things. And so yeah, that's 7 p.m. Central European time on Saturday over Kelsey's channel, wherever she is in the UI. I think you're over there.
For me, and
somewhere
then to the
that way.
That way.
Yeah. Also, this is a bit of a busy week for me, because I'm going to go home and visit some family. It's been a little while. Take some time with them. And also, I have a job interview on Monday. So
good luck.
Send me your virtual hearts, not your actual ones. That were weird.
Yeah.
You need those. So yeah, that's me. I'm hoping to be
pressure
back.
Is overrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Who needs blood, right? Yeah. Hoping to be back here on Wednesday at our usual Burning Wind time. We have some important stuff to do there as well. I think that's me.
Very cool. Mark, do you have any shout-outs?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm boring, sorry.
Oh, no worries. It's all good. So...
It's okay to be boring.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and anybody checking this out, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do like, follow, subscribe, both here and or on YouTube, which is YouTube/C/RPGlory. I plan to be back sometime on Saturday. I haven't quite narrowed it down. I'm still trying to put it together, but I'm hoping to run the Eshkaton, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse hack that I've been working on. It's epic sci-fi with transhumanist elements, but driven by the foibles and connections of the PC major actors involved. And then on Sunday, I think we're just gonna this at 4 p.m. Pacific. I think we're just gonna play some video games, because a bunch of the normal players are gonna be off doing stuff, and then we'll be back here next week at 10 a.m. Pacific for the Burning Wind, I think. Although we may do something alternate, since Kelsey, you're gonna be
next week. I will not be here, and also next week there's a 95% chance that Hasa won't be here.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing something alternate next week. We'll figure it out. But I'll be here, and hopefully Kala, hopefully Mark, and we'll do something fun.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Yeah.
Also, one secondary shout out to @CommutingCrow on Twitter for making this lovely game.
Absolutely.
Their
Oh,
name
yeah.
is
Very cool.
Andrew, is an absolutely lovely person. Go ahead and follow them if you want to see more insights into this and things like it.
Yes, they are awesome. Do so right now. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.